There's lots to love about FNAF. The characters, the locations, the story. Okay, not really that one, but you get my point. But by far the most underrated aspect of the entire franchise is the music. Leon Riskin and Alan Simpson create amazing music for this franchise, and you can tell so much work and care was put into every single track. Now I could just sit here and list off my favorite music from the series, these, but instead I'm going to be connecting them to other music in this franchise, and explaining the meaning of some of them as well. I won't be able to cover every game in this video, so if it does well I might make a part 2. Also, I think now is a good time to tell you guys that I don't really know music terms, so sorry if I use pretty broad and basic words. I'm not a music geek. First, let's start off with FNAF 4. Now, the music in the franchise doesn't get too spicy, minus a few exceptions, until FNAF World. But there's one track in FNAF 4 that I find really interesting. You can't normally hear the full bedroom ambience in-game, but by listening to it in the game files, we can hear it gets more and more intense, but suddenly ends, almost like a nightmare. Bruh. Scott probably did intend for the night segments in this game to just be nightmares, so that makes sense. Alright, now on to FNAF World. A ton of music in FNAF World is remixed into the amazing Nowhere to Run from Pizza Simulator. For example, Bending Flame uses the same beats as Nowhere to Run, and has some of the same background sounds. Plus, it sounds like the FNAF 3 trailer music at some points, and Curse of Dreadbear's hub theme. Editing Gavin here. Now that I'm listening to this track while editing it, I think it's pretty obvious that this music is just a remixed version of the FNAF 3 trailer music. So, yeah, that's cool. Underneath 1, 2, and 3, but more noticeably in Underneath 2, are pretty much the beginning of Nowhere to Run. Don't Open the Door kind of sounds like Nowhere to Run, but I think that's the one I hear the least. Black Lava also sounds like Nowhere to Run. And also kind of like Demolition Inevitable. Speaking of Demolition Inevitable, it has some Easter eggs hidden in it. There's obviously the Toreador March, which confirms we play as Mike in FNAF 1. But there's also sirens in the beginning, probably for the burning of the FNAF 3 building, confirming that we also play as him in that game too. Now, going back to FNAF World, the ending of Boiling Point has some of 240 bits per mile in it, and it sounds amazing. I wish we had a full version of it. Finally, for FNAF World, there's an unused track called Ice Cave that sort of resembles Where Dreams Die from UCN. also could have sworn I heard a connection between Ice Cave and the sad ending theme for Security Breach, but I don't think they're too similar. Sister location time, baby. Get it? Baby. The custom night music is just Forbidden Nocturne, just without the bells or chimes or whatever they are. It's also reused and remixed slightly in the Pizza Sim credits. Venta Black uses the same. From Watch Your 6. Drag Me to the Crusher kind of sounds like Nowhere to Run from Pizza Simulator. Editing Gavin here once again. I'm going to take a minute here to talk about the game's ambience. We did it for FNAF 4 and we're going to do it for FNAF 6, so it's only fair. Starting off, Forbidden Nocturne feels like regret, with the film reel-esque sound in the background making it feel like we're revisiting one of Afton's most painful memories. Venta Black sounds like pure evil, with help from the reused parts from Watch Your 6. It also reminds me of a funeral song. Drag Me to the Crusher feels paranormal, which is fitting for the game's location. Under the Desk feels so eerie, yet so familiar. It makes me think of Radio Static for some reason. The control module ambience sounds so techy. I love it. Ambience 2 is just plain creepy. And finally, the Shift Complete music sounds like something straight out of the 80s and early 90s, which makes sense with where the game takes place in the timeline. Overall, Sister Location has an amazing ambience track. It's easily one of my favorites in the entire series. But now back to the main video. So there we go. I definitely want to make a part 2 to this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.